Good evening. We are heading into the Four Seasons Orlando Resort because tonight we have reservations to eat at Capa, which is a Spanish-inspired steakhouse here at the resort, and it's on the rooftop of the Four Seasons.
It's also rated 1 Michelin star, so we're very excited to give this a try.
Yeah, it should be a really fun night. Come join us. You have to go through Golden Oak, which is a Walt Disney World neighborhood with gorgeous homes. It's a gated community, so you can't go back inside of the neighborhood area, but you do get to see some of the homes from the road, and they are stunning. If you aren't staying here on property, you do have to valet park, but they'll give you validation at the restaurant, so you just show that at the end of the night when you go back to get your car. Alright, we're going up to the 17th floor. You can see some views.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's a nice elevator.
Yeah. See the view. We're on the 17th floor now. Oh, you can see the Orlando Eye all the way out there. I don't know if you'd be able to see it on the camera, but what a gorgeous view.
It's beautiful up here. We're waiting to go in, and I noticed this plaque right here. It says Miyazaki on it. This is that show that they get recognized for their Japanese beef.
That's cool, and then you can also see the Michelin.
Yeah, this shows that they got the Michelin in 2022.
Alright, we've been seated at our table, and it's beautiful in here.
Yeah.
And look at the ceiling. They have this really cool like feature on the ceiling. It looks like fabric. It's very neat. And I like how there's an open kitchen. Alright, here's a look at the menu. They have a lavender haze mocktail for all of you Taylor Swift fans. That made me really happy. But Sponde actually sounds really good too. Okay, so here is my cocktail. I got the Buena Vista, which has jalapeno infused tequila, and it also has this salt foam on top. It's called salt air, so it's kind of a whipped foam, so that way you get just a hint of salt and it's not too overly salty. It is delicious.
And I got the In Spanish Fashion. It's Pendleton whiskey with a 10-year brandy. The ice is a Walnut-Vermouth ice, and the server said that when it melts, it goes from old-fashioned into a Manhattan, which are two of my favorite things. They also smoke the glass, and there's a little bit of gold in here somewhere, but I haven't found that yet. Our first appetizer is from the Raw Bar. This is the Atún Crudo a la Plancha, which is seared tuna, mango escabeche, scallion jus with a truffle avocado puree, and shaved black truffles.
We just tried the tuna. What did you think?
Really, really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like, hits all the notes. It's got a little bit of saltiness, sweetness, tanginess, herbiness, and then it all gets wrapped up in a little bit of truffle.
And the greens on top add a
good.
really nice brightness to it too. The tuna is so soft and just perfect.
Super refreshing.
Yeah, it's
Perfect
such a
way to
great,
start, yeah.
great summer dish.
So next we were recommended to try the gambas, which our server said was his favorite appetizer. It is shrimp with egg yolk, chili, and celery root chips.
Our server was kind enough to give us some wine to try with this, and it is fantastic. What is the wine?
It's called Albarino.
Albarino.
So it's
so good.
from the, the west coast of Spain. It's very bright, crisp white wine. It kind of tastes like ripe, like maybe white peaches or stone fruit. With a lot of lemony acidity to it.
It pairs perfectly. Could not be better.
Good call. It's like exact perfect pairing for sure. Next we got one of the small plates, which is the cauliflower, which is their signature, or one of their signature items. This is fried cauliflower with a cilantro sofrito, and inside is a pasture-raised egg. Our server just recommended that we break the egg in the middle so that the yolk runs through and then balances out the sofrito, that's the swirl on the plate. Next we got the PATATAS BRAVAS, which is potatoes with a Chipotle aioli, paprika tomato sauce, and Cornichons. So how are you liking everything so far?
Amazing. I can't even speak because everything is so delicious, and I'm in heaven. Like, truly in heaven right now. The cauliflower is amazing with the cilantro and the egg, which you would never think egg, but it just works. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's absolutely amazing so far.
Okay, the patatas bravas are by far the best I've ever had. There's cornichon, which are like the little miniature pickles sliced. So they add a nice like refreshing bite to the heat because there is the, what is it? smoked paprika,
There's
right?
Chipotle too.
Oh, Chipotle. So there's a little heat, but oh my gosh, and potatoes is my favorite food group, and these are my favorite potatoes. I could eat them all day. They're so good.
These are, I could have 10 of these easily.
Fantastic. So delicious. Everything though.
Yeah, everything is fantastic.
Oh my gosh. So with our entrees, we both got a glass of wine, and I got the, what is this called?
It's a Viura. It's from Rioja, Spain. So it's a white wine. I asked the vintage, and they said 2015.
Yeah, and it kind of tastes like a Chardonnay, but also a little bit lighter. It's very delicious.
Imagine if you're familiar, if a Sauvignon Blanc met a Chardonnay, it's kind of like what this wine is.
Yes, yeah.
And it's really only because of the age of the wine that gives that Chardonnay roundness.
See how golden it is?
Yeah, so when white wines get older, they get a little bit darker and imparts a lot more complex flavors. So that's why it's a little bit more of that Chardonnay tone, but it's really, really good. Yeah.
And it'll pair really nicely with the grouper that we got, which is our special for tonight. So it's a grouper, I think with squash, or we'll show you when it comes out. I can't remember exactly, but it sounds really good. Okay, so our entree arrived, and it's the grouper special, and Matt and I are actually splitting that, and then we also got 2 sides.
So our entree is the grouper special. Comes with scalloped potatoes, which are lightly fried, and then on the side is lobster and clams that are deshelled. And this is the eggplant, is fried in rice flour, and it's kind of drizzled in a molasses, and then it's served with a nitrogen foam cheese. And then the last one is the maíz, which is the corn, polenta, and 4 different Spanish cheeses.
I can't say enough good things about everything that we have here. It is absolutely fantastic. These potatoes, I don't know what they did, but like I said, potatoes is my favorite food group, and those are amazing. But everything, how they got these eggplants fried in the way that they did, where they're not mushy eggplants, they're just so delicious.
Every time we've had eggplant, they've been mushy and slimy. And
oh my gosh, but these are not. These are crunchy, and they just have a little sweetness.
I don't get it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious. And then our wine pairings go perfectly with the food.
Well, I never told you what mine is. So mine, admittedly, has nothing to do with what we ordered. I saw this on the list, and I knew when we sat down that I was going to get it. It's called a Priorat. It's from Spain. Mostly Grenache, Syrah, and Carignan, or Carignana, which is kind of traditional in that area. I love this style of wine. I've always liked it, and it's rare to see it on a menu, so when I do, I always try to order it.
So with the corn dish, you can actually taste the wood-fired corn. Sorry to put this on you when you're in the middle of chewing, but it is insane. And our server told us that you'll be able to taste each cheese with every bite. And it's so complex, and then you get that wood-fired taste too.
It's creamy, it's smoky.
Oh my god.
I have no other words to describe it, but it's delicious.
That could be my favorite so far. It's insane, and I wouldn't say that normally about corn and polenta, but I love it.
No, normally we wouldn't do a corn dish, but highly recommended. So he's nailed it on every single item. So we're just like, yes, we'll take what you say.
This has been such a great experience.
All right, for our quote-unquote desserts, we decided to do
a drink our dessert.
We're going to drink our dessert. So we were thinking sherry, and we couldn't decide between 2, so our server actually offered to split a couple glasses for us.
So he said that this one had like a Marcona almonds, bit, which if you've had charcuterie, sometimes those almonds come with a charcuterie board.
Right.
It's really delicious. And then this one is a little more rich and a little like more syrupy, like sweet, I think, but not too sweet. Both of them are really, really delicious.
Yeah, very low sweetness. So the one that is in your hand right now is the Palo Cortado, which is a little bit lighter in color, and then the Amontillado is the darker in color because it has a little bit longer aging. They're fantastic, and we honestly couldn't decide. And he was like, "Look, if you can't decide, I'll just split a couple glasses for you. That way you can have more flavor."
Yeah, which is great.
So we were like, "Yes, please, we'll take that."
So our server told us to come outside and finish our sherry, and so we can enjoy the view. And you can see Epcot over here. You can see the Swan and Dolphin. You can see the Tower of Terror. And look at this view. You can see the pool down here, and there's a float in the pool. And then over here is the lazy river. And right over there is Contemporary Resort. It's such
Everest.
a gorgeous view. Oh my god, yeah, you can see
Yeah.
Everest way over there. Wow, this is amazing. This is the best view. We've been out here taking photos and everything.
Yeah.
It's like the most beautiful time of day because it's the sunset. I wish that you guys could be here with us because it is so beautiful. And like, I don't know if this view, it doesn't get any better than this.
This is really good.
Yeah, this is a fantastic view here. Can you imagine if the fireworks were going off? You could see that too. Oh my gosh. But I kind of want to go and go in this lazy river over here. All right, now that we finished dinner, we wanted to give you our final thoughts on Capa. It is amazing. Definitely
Really
lives
good.
up to the hype. Our server Kevin was fantastic.
Yeah, could not have been better.
Yeah, recommended the most, because when we sat down we said we're not really carnivores, so because it was a steakhouse, so
Yeah.
we don't eat a lot of meat, but we do like seafood.
Right.
So he really led us in the right direction with that, I feel like.
He explained that half the menu is tapas and seafood, the other half is grill and steak, so we were fine.
Yeah, and
And-
even if you're vegan, he said you would
Yeah.
be perfectly fine there because there's so many different vegetarian options.
Yeah, and he said
vegan
that they can
options.
customize things for dietary restrictions, so if just because he didn't say it was gluten-free on the menu, which by the way, the menu was very descriptive of vegan and particularly gluten-free options.
Yeah, so
But they can customize things for you.
right, so don't look at the My Disney Experience app, which is
Right.
what we did. You get a lot more when you actually get there and get the
Right.
handheld menu because they have so much more available on the menu physically
Right.
than there is on the app. So just keep that in mind if you're wanting to go there.
Yeah.
There's so much available.
And they said that the menu changes not so much seasonally, but ongoing. So whether the starters change or the raw bar changes or the entrees change, it just changes throughout the year. So don't go exclusively on what the app actually says, because we were looking at it beforehand, as we all do, and it was a lot more on the actual menu when we got there.
Yeah, so much more,
Yeah.
especially for looking for what can accommodate any type of dietary restriction. There was so much more on the physical menu once we got there. So yeah, it was a fantastic experience. Can't wait to go
Yeah,
back.
can't wait to go
We're
back.
definitely going to go back.
Yeah.
I would say this was probably one of our top 3 experiences that we've had within the past year.
Oh, yeah.
When dining out.
Easily.
I would say Citricos, this, and Jaleo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're top
This
3
is
for me.
really, really high.
Yeah, very, very high.
Cannot recommend it anymore.
Amazing service, amazing wine pairings with the food. The
Yeah.
food was fantastic.
The wine is great.
And the atmosphere, beautiful.
And I recommend going in early as opposed to later, just
Yeah.
because you get to actually enjoy the sunset. And he actually came to us, Kevin, our server, and was like, hey, thank you.
Mosquito.
He said, hey, it's still warm outside, but it's cooled off significantly. So if you want to enjoy your drinks outside, please feel free.
Or
I can
dessert
escort
wine,
you.
yeah.
Which is what we did, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, and the views, like
Oh.
you can see everything. And he said that here at Four Seasons they can go above the red light, like kind of like where they stop at Disney.
Right.
So they can go above that restriction
Right.
here. So there's, I think he said 2 or 3 floors
Yeah.
higher than what you get at
It's a
Disney.
lot higher.
So you get a very good view. We could see so much
Yeah.
from where we were, and it was, I loved it. Everything about it, the atmosphere, the food, the service, hands down one of the best experiences that we've had in a really long
for
time.
sure. We will be back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. We would love to have you here. And we will see you very soon.
Bye.